Clay lighteners are used for freehand techniques like balayage. It looks very similar to powder lightener. Usually it's mixed in a 1:2 ratio. So for example, that could be 1 ounce of lightener with 2 ounces of developer. Clay lighteners are designed to be super thick. When you're mixing this up, you should be able to tilt your bowl upside down, just like they do at Dairy Queen. The ice cream shouldn't fall. The clay lightener shouldn't fall. It should be super thick because the purpose of this is to use it freehand without using paper, foils, whatever you would be using to lighten the hair. Because it's so thick, you can just paint it on and lay the other hair on top. Not only are clay lighteners super thick, but they form this outer protective shell almost. Think of a clear coat on your nail polish or maybe a turtle shell. The turtle shell protects the turtle. So it creates this shell that kind of hardens, but when you go in the inside, it's still moist. I can't think of another word. It's wet. That's not any better. It's wet in there. So let's look at this bottom one, and this is just a standard balayage. I did the V pattern. So slice this way, then slice this way, slice this way, slice this way, and alternated. Some are sliced, some are weaves, teasing mildly at the root, and then applying it as normal and feathering it or brushing it up. And that's just your basic pattern, avoiding those horizontal lines. Remember, the head is round, so you want to try not to use straight lines if possible, for the most part. So hopefully you can see it's pretty hard, pretty stiff. I've got to think of some new words. It's not moving, but when we take the rat tail comb and go inside, you can see that it's still wet. So it creates that little tortoise shell over it, so you're able to just lay down the rest of the hair. So it's geared more for freehand techniques like this. You can put it in foils, but it would be more cost effective just to use a powdered bleach or lightener, because clay lightener does tend to be a little bit more expensive to use. Also, most brands are not recommended to use directly on the scalp. For this lightener, Pulp Riot, it can stay on for up to 60 minutes, but it's almost done. We should be wearing gloves, we as in me. But to see if it's done, to check the level, not the tone, because we'll have to use a toner, you just kind of scrape it with your rat tail comb. And that's pretty bright, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that out. Here it is after it's dry. You can see the lightener here. Definitely needs a toner. And normally it doesn't pull a green. This has a green cast, but I was doing a green hair color or how to correct green. So I think it's pulling through that. And just like every other lightener, you can pair it with 10, 20, 30, or 40. It doesn't really matter. But essentially it's just like every other bleach. The cream, the oil, the powder. The only difference is it's making that hard protective shell so you can lay hair on top of it.